Okay, finally, the physio room is empty, swept and cleaned up. Thought it was never going to happen, but I think we might bin the MMA training. I just don't think it's worth it. Hello? Yeah, no, I'm still here. Why? Another injury. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Queen of the South. It's Season 8, it's episode, I think, 7. Today I've lost count of how many episode we're up to, but would you believe it's episode 100 of the series so far? And we're going to celebrate that milestone by facing Celtic in the league, and then a must-win game at home to Ludogorets. It's a game we should win, but it's also a game we have to win. Now, injuries. We were so close to having no injuries, and then Andrew Walker out for a month has injured himself. It's a bit of a blow. He's club captain. He's one of our first choice centre backs, so hopefully he'll come back sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's not ideal. Now we have got a little bit of news on contract renewal front as well. Davenport. Now these guys roll up at the end of the season. I've renewed Davenport's contract. It's 2-3 years, so he's 29. That'll take him to 32. As a squad player on $3,500 a week, basically, I think he's worth keeping around. So that's what we've done. Another player that's going to be staying around for 3 years is Clockerty. He is club trained. He's still one of the better club trained players. I don't think he's ever going to reach his full potential, unfortunately. But until we get better club trained players, then he sort of just has to stay. Although he's not a right midfielder, he's very much a striker. So maybe that's why his star rating has dropped down. But anyway, that's beside the point. And the other one that is staying, I was going to sell him, and in the end, we've decided to keep him. A 4-year deal for Oliver Gilchrist. Again, $3,500 a week as a squad player. I think for that he's worth keeping around. So that's what we're going to do. So those guys will be here for the foreseeable future. Now, a reminder of how everything looks. We've come straight back from last episode, and well, we won in the league last time out, so we're 3 points back from Rangers. We've got a 5-point gap over Celtic, but obviously facing them today, we need that gap to stay the same, because if we lose, if Rangers win, then defending our title starts to look a little bit difficult. And, well, Europe. We made life half for ourselves last episode by losing away to Benfica. Today, we have to beat Ludogorets, and if Real Madrid want to go and beat Benfica, that would do us a big favour as well. So that's what we ideally want to happen. They don't have to beat them, just take some points off them for us. Now, let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here in this game against Celtic. We're expecting a more defensive 4-3-3 from them, and the team that we are sending out now is an international break after this game, which means we can just go full send, put the best team out there, and not worry about the repercussions for Europe. So it's going to be Bursik in goal, Varela, who's fit, with Leshy, Bernard, and Ayrton as the back four, Mashagi and Bayless in midfield, Duque, Bermudez and McLean. It's On going up top. This is what I consider to be our best 11, more or less. Maybe injury to Walker, he'd be in there somewhere, but let's see if the best 11 is good enough for Celtic. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Now, of course, when we played Celtic earlier on this year, I think it was 4-0 we beat them, wasn't it? So I don't think we're going to get a repeat of that, but I would certainly like to see a repeat of that. Let's Justified, let's go out there, put on a show. I think away from home, just go out there, play and have fun. Yeah, I mean, away from home against Benfica, we didn't look great. And yeah, so hopefully we'll refine our defensive form as much as anything else in this one. And I mean, the issue that we have is Rangers just look quite good, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, they're kicking off after us. They're facing Motherwell. Now, Motherwell beat us. That's sort of the game that we've lost that Rangers haven't. So maybe Motherwell can do us a favour there, but we need to do our own favours, don't we? It's early in the season still. There's still plenty of time for us in terms of playing Rangers to make up a 3-point deficit. McLean over a free kick. It's there to the back post. It's flicked on. And it's gone over the top, and it's a goal kick. Almost an early goal there for us. Let's give them some encouragement. Now, of course, Celtic have a new manager for this season as well, so he seems to have got his act together a little bit. But let's hope we can stop that from here. Bernard gets the header away. Bayless puts some pressure on. Bernard picks it up, and here we go on the break now. McLean, he's got Ong through the middle. He just didn't quite do anything with it, did he? Celtic come back the other way now. Cross to the back post. Varela is there. Oh, it's somehow stayed out. And Varela, in the end, has done quite well. McLean, just get rid of it, mate. He does. And that ends the highlight. It's been fairly open. Well, I'd say it's been fairly open. There's not been many shots, but certainly it's been lots of highlights so far. Let's give them some more encouragement. And yeah, see if anything changes here. We do have the option of going to a double Mazzella, which might be something we consider doing in the second half if this continues. Duguay's picked up an injury. Now, this is kind of a moment where I need to decide what we're going to do, isn't it? If we're going to go with two up top, I'd like to have Jonathan Angus on the field, I think. So what we might do just now is bring him on for Duguay, play him as an inside forward. And then if we do want to go to the double Mazzellas, it's not that far in terms of subs to do it. It's headed away, our free kick there. Varela seems a little bit off the pace. I know he's just come back from injury, but he seems to be just a little bit behind the Celtic player all the time. Leshy's got that under control. To Varela. Back there for Leshy again. Forward for Bayliss. Bermudez, crossfield pass. He finds Johnny Angus. Can Johnny Angus find the back of the net? Johnny Angus, he can't. He finds it looks like the chest of the goalkeeper instead. We will have a corner. Can we make this one count? To the back post. Oh, it's headed away again. And that will end that highlight. We've been okay this half, haven't we? But we haven't scored, and Celtic have gone close on a couple of occasions themselves. So 0-0 at the break at Celtic Park. What do we want to say to this? Don't lose faith. We've created many chances. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's pump the fists. Ong hasn't been fantastic. I mean, we haven't seen that much of him. If we were going to go to Mazzella's, just thinking out loud here, we'd obviously have to take off McLean, and it would probably be either Harding or Ibarra that came on, wouldn't it? Probably Ibarra, because he's left-footed, as McLean picked up a knock now. All right, well, we're looking to make a change there anyway. So let's... I've had my fingers twisted, so we want McLean off. Angus goes there. Mashagi goes there. Bayliss would go on the right. Ibarra would come on and go on the left. And that all looks good to me. We'd probably want double ball players at the back, though. And let's see, we'll give Celtic something different to think about. Change of shape. See if it works for us. We've got another corner. Nilton. It's a decent one. And again, it's headed away. Mashagi picks it up. Forward for Bayliss. Bayliss to Ayrton. Back to Leshy. We don't want to give the ball away here because we have absolutely no defensive shape, it looks like. Bermudez to Mashagi. There's a decent pass out wide there for Ayrton. Bayliss is with him. Ayrton, he's got a chance to whip across in. There it is. It's a good one, and it is Kunanong with number 17 of the season. It's 1-0 on the hour mark. The change in shape appears to have worked. Let's give them some praise. And, well done, Kunanong. Got in front of his man, and it wasn't easy. He just had to roll it in, really, didn't he? Excellent stuff. 1-0 at Celtic Park to Queen of the South. And that could be a very, very important goal come the end of the season if we can hold on for the 3 points here as well. Do we need to make other changes? I don't think we do. Let's keep praising them. Johnny Angus is looking nervous. And here we go. Giving it away. Don't do it. Can Bernard get across? Ayrton is there. We've got bodies back. Come on. Oh, there's a good ball through. Don't give away the penalty. Oh, it's a stunning save from Bursic. A stunning save from Bursic. That's why he's in the England squad. De La Vega with the corner. Leshy heads it clear at the near post. And there's 15 minutes to play here. Can we see this out? Do we want to make another sub? Ong loses out. Cross in. Leshy is there. Ong doing some defensive work, which is good to see. Oh, that's would have been a good goal, wouldn't it? It's one of those that if it goes in, I think you very much just have to stand up and applaud that one. I wonder if they're going to go like this. Let's tell us to focus, but I do wonder if maybe we want it to... Mashagi is absolutely rooted. Okay. Who do we have on the bench? Harding. I guess you're coming on to play back there for me. You can kind of tackle, so that'll do. Get some fresh legs back in there. And hopefully see this out. Ong knocks it down there. Does well. We're just making a little bit of hard work of this at times. Leshy does really, really well. Let's just close this down. That's all good. And that. And the other thing we probably want to do, if I just give it a quick pause, is we probably don't want wing-backs on attack. Let's just be full-backs on support, please, guys. Just sit in for me, please, and thank you. And we are in stoppage time with a lead at Celtic Park. We really do need to see this out, don't we? Varela getting forward for Ong. Back to Varela. Oh, there's a good ball for Bermudez. Bermudez across there for Bayless. Bayless shuffles it on for Ayrton. Can he pull it back? Angus is in the middle. Oh, it's an own goal. If it wasn't turned in by the Celtic player, it was going to be scored by Johnny Angus. And it is 2-0 in stoppage time, and that will be that. We've come to Celtic Park. We have conquered, and we will be leaving with all 3 points. It was good football, wasn't it? Just shuffling it one side to the other, and Angus was there. If it hadn't been Celtic player, it was going to be a Queen of the South player. And there we go. The Celtic fans shuffle out respectfully, I'm sure. And it is 2-0. Excellent, excellent stuff. Nice work, everybody. Go and have a nice international break. So Queen of the South go top. Of course, other games are still going to take place. The Rangers won, but we've lost Duque only for about a week. He'll be back after the international break. Bursik, what about that save he made? He was brilliant, wasn't he? Wonderful stuff. And that is 5 straight wins now in the league, which is actually very, very good indeed. So, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for European action. It's Ludogorets, and we have to win. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready to face Ludogorets. It's our last home game of the Champions League group stage, and it's a game we have to win, isn't it, realistically? Now, let's have a look at what we're doing here. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them, and this is the team we're sending out. Now, luckily for us, after the international break, we had the weekend off, which means everybody is more or less back fit. Fit as in sort of not tied. Now, we do have a little bit of news. This left back that we signed that got injured, he is back in training, so that's good news. Razayev got his first goal for his country, so well done to him. And we've had to make some promises to 2 players about game time. The first is Abara, so we're going to try and give him a little bit more game time, which should be fine. He's a very good player. And the other one is this guy. Now, I signed him as a backup right back. I mean, he's not going to get the game time there because Ayrton will play where he can. But I think as a centre-back, we haven't had... I just feel like we're lacking a little bit at centre-back still. I haven't quite found the right player to... the right group of the partnership of players. So we're going to give him some game time there and just see how he gets on. He played there once and did really, really well. Man of the match, of course. So let's see how he does in a big European game. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. It's... I don't recognise too many names in their team. And what do we say? Stick to the game plan, we'll be fine. We've worked hard on this game plan, I think. Someone's worked hard on it. All right, and our final game I said at home in the group stage. Hopefully not our final game at home in the Champions League, because it would be disappointing to knock it out of the group from here. But then again, like I said before, is it maybe a blessing in disguise if we do get parachuting down into the Europa League and see how far we could go in that. But if we win this, if Real Madrid beat Benfica or even just draw Benfica, then we'll be fine. We'll already have done enough. So let's hope that that's the case. All right, we've got a highlight. It's a Ludogorets goal kick. Ball forward. It's won by Bayless to McLean. Ong. Look, there's Ibarra through. Ibarra's through. Ibarra over the bar. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. Hopefully Ibarra and Ianu are not going to be these sorts of players that sulk when they don't get what they want. They didn't come to me necessarily complaining about game time. They wanted to go out on loan for game time. Which I didn't really want to do, especially with Ibarra, because he is a player that I want to keep at the club. Duque's been played in here. We've got McLean even at the back post. It's there for Conan Ong. Oh, somebody stop him. It's 18 goals now this season. We're not at Christmas yet. He has proven to be well worth every single penny of the £11 million that we paid for him. And Duque's done really, really well there as well. So 1-0. This score holds. We should have, well, we will definitely have done enough to stay in Europe. There is, of course, a scenario where if Ludogorets beats us here, that it could get a little bit nervy, but I think Ludogorets will have to play Benfica. If Benfica beat Real Madrid, Ludogorets beat us here, then there could be a scenario where we could maybe miss out altogether, but let's not worry about that. Ong again. Oh, is he the best signing we've ever had in an impossible dream? I would say, we're talking to the likes of Razzini, I think, in terms, if you've been with the channel for a while, in terms of best ever signings in any series. But for an impossible dream, I don't think we've ever had a player like Conan Ong. What a goal scorer he's looking to be. The problem we're going to have is he going to be happy to stay? The fact he's English as well, it will almost certainly mean that there's going to be Premier League interest at some point. Duque, is he going to cross for Ong again? He goes back post to McLean, and that is easy for the goalkeeper. But I think, even if we sell him, we could probably ask for 100 million for him, couldn't we? Because it's not like he's only scoring in Scotland. He's scoring in Europe now as well. Ayrton gets forward, goes back to Mashagi. Ayrton again. And we go with Ilanu. It's McLean. It's just so good. It's such good at times watching this team play. And we've got another corner. Can we get a third goal? It's a good one. It's away. Ibarra is there. There's a wicked cross in from Ibarra. Goalkeeper punches. And I was wondering if someone was going to whack that in there. If it was Mashagi, we've seen him whack one in from distance already this season. Of course, if we can guarantee progression here now, McLean, I think it's supposed to be McLean, someone was telling me in the comments, so I'll do my best, but you know what I'm like with pronunciation. It's just, it hurts my brain. And I think I don't know if the other people do this, but once I've got it in my head, it's like Conan Ong. It's clearly Conan Ong. For whatever reason, I thought his name was Connor, and I keep calling him Connor now because that's just what happens. So Real Madrid's taken the lead away to Benfica, so that's good. Let's hope they can hold on to that. McLean there for Ong. McLean even. McLean? I don't know. Ball back in. McLean! And he's gone. It's offside. It must have been Duque. We were that close to a third goal before half-time, but it could only be Duque. Unless it's going to get overturned by VAR here. No, it's not. No such luck. It must be Duque. This pass here. Yeah, he is offside, I think, isn't he? Only just. You can see he tried to hold his run, didn't he? In the end, the defender actually did go past him. But, yeah, not at the moment the ball was played. I said it before, I think it should be like rugby in that sense, that you can play yourself back onside after the ball's been played, but it just further complicates a rule that doesn't need complicating, doesn't it? So, I can understand why that would probably never happen. I don't think we need to change anything. One thing we would look to do in the final game is protect players that are on bookings. If we don't need a result, then there's no sense in risking players. If someone gets a suspension here for the final game against Madrid, then so be it. they missed a chance to play at the Bernabeu, but hopefully we'll get many more chances at that. Here we go with Bayliss. McLean to Ong on a hat-trick, of course. Back to Mashagi. It's McLean again. His header is out there to Varela. Can we whip the cross in? No. Patience. Leshy comes forward. Leshy keeps going. Leshy, have a go, mate. It's there for Duque. Oh, what about the pass from our centre-back? It's like a young... I don't know, who's a ball-playing centre-back from the past? I've gone blank. What's that? The England captain's name? The famous England captain. He was a centre-back, wasn't he? Anyway, doesn't matter. Like a young Craig Moore. Real Madrid is 2-0 up. Do we want to rest some legs here? We've got Livingston in the league up next. It might actually make a little bit of sense. Ibarra's got his start, so let's take him off and get Bermudez on. Let's leave it at that for now. It is only 2-0, so I don't want to make too many changes here. Duque to Ong. Is this the moment? Connor Ong. No, it's not. It's Conan Ong gets his hat-trick. 20 goals now this season. And I think we're midway through November. How many is he going to get this season? Let me know in the comments. Is he going to get 50? If he stays fit... I mean, there's tougher games in Europe, perhaps. Although, if we go to the Champions League knockout round and more than likely, let's be honest, get knocked out in the first round of that, there would be less games to play, but then also he'd be playing every single one of them. So, if he stays fit, I wouldn't put 50 past him. And what a first season. That'd be a decent first season at the club, wouldn't it? McLean with the corner. It's headed away. Duque should retrieve it for us. And let's see where we go from here. Mashagi to Ong. To Bayliss. Oh, that would have been a stunner. It's praise. And yeah, well, that is how you book yourselves a place in the knockout rounds of the Champions League, isn't it? Job done after 5 games. 3-0 at home to Ludogorets. It was as comfortable as you like. It was Conan Ong with the hat-trick that got it for us, and a very good night's work. So there we go, with Real Madrid beating Benfica. That secures us second in the group. Unfortunately, there will be nothing to play for in the final game. Real Madrid at top, we will be second, and there's nothing that can change that. Ong with a hat-trick. Have I shown? I don't know if I've shown you Connor Ong, the way he's developing recently. Where is he there? Ong, oops. Let's go back one. No, let's try this again. So he is still developing, still a little bit. I don't know that you can see there's not too much more room for him to go, but he doesn't need to improve that much more, does he? He's already a very, very good... He's only 20. There probably is room for him to improve, you know, but anyway, let's hope that he just keeps banging in those goals for us. But that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I think what we'll do, given that there is essentially, as I said, nothing riding on this Real Madrid game, what we might do is bypass that one and come back for St Johnstone and then Rangers in the league. Because Rangers is obviously at home a game that we we got absolute... It was a weird game, the 5-2, but we still got beaten 5-2 at their place, so we need to make sure we're recovering from that and getting ourselves a nice little result there. Oh, one other thing that I forgot to mention is, if we just go down here a little bit, the training facility upgrades have happened. Instead of trying to find it, let's just go to facilities. There, and we can see we've got superb training facilities now. So that is good work. And actually, what we could probably do, if it's not state of the art, we don't actually have the option to ask again. So we might even look to upgrade those again if that's an option for us. But until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Take care.